Look around for a second. Most people live their entire lives on autopilot, thinking thoughts that were handed to them, believing ideas that they never questioned, and chasing goals they didn't even choose. And the scary part, they don't even realize it. Today, we're talking about how people never think for themselves, how it happens, and most importantly, how you can break from it. Let's go ahead and get started. Thinking deeply is hard. Independent thinking requires effort, responsibility, and risk. It forces you to confront uncomfortable questions like, why do I believe this? Is this actually true? What if I'm wrong? Most people would rather avoid the discomfort. It's easier to accept the prepackaged opinion from society, media, family, social circles than to do the mental work themselves. Real thinking isn't passive, it's demanding. From a young age, you were taught what to think, not how to think. In school, memorize this, repeat this, don't question authority, even at home, because I said so. That's just how it is. By the time most people reach adulthood, they've been conditioned to seek approval instead of the truth. They learn that fitting in is safer more than standing out. One of the biggest reasons people don't think independently is because of fear. The fear of being judged, fear of being labeled, and fear of being misunderstood. If you think differently, then you risk isolation. Nobody wants that. And humans are sort of wired to seek belonging, even if it means suppressing their own thoughts. So people stay silent. They usually just nod their head along and adopt beliefs just to avoid conflicts. That's just plain wrong. We live in a world where opinions are pushed and shoved down our throats 24/7. Social media, news outlets, and even influencers. Yeah, I don't like those influencers. Not like me though. They don't just inform you. They tell you how to feel and think. Outrage here, fear there, validation everywhere. When information is consumed without reflection, it becomes mentally programming. Most people confuse consumption with thinking. But scrolling isn't thinking. Repeating headlines isn't thinking. Echoing popular opinions is not thinking. Independent thinking disrupts comfort. It challenges routines, beliefs, and identity. When you question your assumptions, you might realize you're in the wrong career, you've been chasing the wrong goals, you've been living someone else's success. And that's terrifying. So people choose comfort over clarity. Here's the good news. Thinking for yourself is a skill, and it starts with questions, not answers. Always ask yourself, what benefits me from believing in this? Have I personally tested this idea? What is the opposite of this, and why does it exist? Spend time alone with your thoughts. Limit mindless consumption. Read books that challenge you. Sometimes you just have to sit in silence. Your mind needs space to think, to grow, and to reflect. If you don't think for yourself, then somebody else out there will think for you. And then they'll decide what you value, what you fear, what you chase. Independent thinking isn't about being right. It's about being conscious. Because the moment you start thinking for yourself, you stop living on autopilot and you start living intentionally. Don't be like the rest, right? Think independently, grow, learn by your mistakes, and move on. But remember, you can have the power to think for yourself. If this video made you uncomfortable, that's a good sign. If you want more content that challenges you in this way, hit subscribe and remember, the mind that questions is the mind that grows. Until next time, folks, we will speak soon.